Welcome back to another video, and today I'll show you how we transform the inside of my transporter from this to this and show you step by step how we got there. Give this a little bit of a scuff up with some Scotch-Brite just so the carpet sticks a bit better, and then I'm just going to tape up any of these holes that aren't needed for anything with with a bit of foil tape. So I'm going to start on this side. I've already got the trim off for there. We'll get those bits all done, then we'll actually cut out a piece of carpet and see if we can throw it on there. Now it's all ready, let's cut out some carpet. I've measured it, the van's not 2 meters tall, so that's fine, the carpet's 2 meters wide. And then it's about 2.5 meters long. I'm gonna go a little bit bigger than that just to allow for me getting it wrong, basically. So yeah, let's go cut that out. So the carpet I'm using is from Mega Van Mats. I've used it before. You can buy it as a kit with all the glue. It's just a nice quality rather than some of the cheap stuff you can get that just feels like felt. 4-way stretch. I've gone for anthracite using their glue. So first things first, spray a bit of glue on the actual metalwork. I'm not going to spray everywhere, just where I want to sort of start doing it. Apply it also to the back of the carpet, let it tack off, and we'll start sticking it in place and stretching it to how we want it. So let's stick a time lapse on, see how this goes. Here we go, finally got it all in. Took a bit of work. To be honest, I got a bit sort of stuck around here, getting all the shapes right, without it folding over too much. I seem to have too much material and this and that. The sort of best thing I found in the end was starting to cut out these bits that aren't needed, because there's a panel that goes in there. So I was cutting that out, and then you can sort of stretch it places you couldn't get it to before. So that seemed to work. What else? Yeah, other than that, all fits pretty nice. All down there is pretty good. Got all around the door, good. All down there, so that trim can go back on. All I've got left really is I was trying to keep this all in, a sort of extra insulation, which yeah, I might still do actually. I just sort of tidy that bit up a little bit. Again, I cut that just to sort of be able to pull the material where I wanted to. I'm going to cut that piece out so you can get to the wiring behind there. That's all it really. Anyway, you sort of get extra glue, a bit of tar and glue remover, sort of pulls it straight off. So I've been around and done that already. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm just going to trim that piece there that doesn't need to be there and tidy that bit up. Then we've got the task of finding all the holes for the original panels and the headlining. But yeah, I'll show you a trick. Well, I'm going to try a trick that I've seen online for that. And then also we've got a piece in up here, a join. I'm going to put one in there, but I'm going to do this side first, and then we'll do one piece in there. Hopefully trim the two together, have a bit of a seamless joint. But we'll see. Yeah, it's coming out all right. Just take your time, basically. So I saw someone else use this little tip. Sorry, I seem to have lost my voice. Obviously, where we've carpeted everything, we can't find the holes where these clips will go through, which I'm using the invisible clips for. So before I carpet this, kind of hold this up where it needs to be, and then get your soldering iron and make a hole like that. Works pretty well. You get a nice finished hole, which won't fray because it burnt all the edges. So yeah, I'm going to get the big panel now, do the same for all of that. I've left this side off still, like I've not even carpeted it yet, so for reference where holes are. But you can see I've already got the seat belt holes in, we've done them, just got to do all of them. And we might carpet that and put that on, so then this whole side is done. We're starting doing some of the panels now. It's pretty much the same sort of process. So I've cut out a bit of carpet to fit the panel roughly like so. Spray glue on both bits, let it go off, and then yeah, and then stick it together, wrap it around. I'll put a time lapse on so you can see that as well. The only thing I'm doing differently is instead of using the factory clips, which loads of people seem to use for some reason, that go through the front, I'm using these invisible clips, they call them, or hidden clips. You can get from Transport HQ or Megavan, Matt's doing. So they pop through. You can put them in now, like I have, or you can get them in through the holes afterwards, because they literally simply sort of twist in like that. So you can do that when the carpet's on there, but it's just a bit easier when they're like this. So then you carpet over everything and then you don't see them basically. So quite smart, I think. Down the bottom here, I'm going to leave that open, not going to foil tape over that, so then when you shut the doors the air can still get out and go to the vents.
Next up was to then put carpet on the other side of the van. Hopefully this goes a lot easier and smoother than the first side went.
Yeah, so I don't know if it came across in the time lapse how much easier that side went this time. Obviously got my eye in doing the other side, and a couple of tips that I found useful, or that what I did that made it easier was, instead of sort of gluing that side then moving in, I've done this centerpiece first and then stretched it out everywhere else. Sometimes you think there's a big old bit for it to stretch, but this stuff is super stretchy. And the other thing I've sort of kind of forgot, because I haven't done this for a while, is just keeping tension on it the whole time to stop you getting the wrinkling. And that's about it really. It's just being patient and carrying on. But yeah, so now I've got to do the same trick with the old soldering iron to get the holes, and then I've got this piece up here to try and get in and try and join it in, so you can't really see much of a join there. All in. It's gone pretty well, to be fair. Yeah, I mean you can still see a bit of a line, but it's, unless you know it's there, you probably wouldn't ever see it. Cut out the holes for where the tailgate bolts are. This side's a bit more visible, but yeah, I think I will always see it, but no one else probably will. There's two little caps that go on here. I've decided to, they normally like that, I've decided to carpet it. I don't know how well it's going to last on there, but worst case I'll paint them black, but I think that looks pretty neat. If I can hide them in there, you'll never see them.
Just thought I'd do a point of view shot showing me actually carpeting a piece from start to finish. Obviously this is sped up because no one wants to actually watch this in real time. So once all the clips are placed into the panel, I then spray the spray glue onto both surfaces, and then you want to let this sort of tack off dry before you actually apply. It just makes it easier for getting the carpet on and sticking on a lot better, lets the solvent escape. Then place it into position, press down firm, and start trimming the edges. Then spray the back side of it, and then once the back side is all sprayed and tacked off again, start sort of folding the edges over and trimming around the clips. From there, it's then just trimming the edges where you sort of got overlaps of material for certain bends. And then finally just cutting out for where the seatbelt comes through this panel. Another quick time lapse, this time just showing fitting the panels of the new clips.
Well, that's the walls and the sides all done. We're actually getting somewhere. Yeah, look at all of that. Much nicer. Obviously our new pocketed door, sliding door pockets. What about pocketed sliding door cards? Finishing it off nicely. Obviously we've got headlining still to do. Yeah, I think next we're going to give the floor another clean up and then put the rubber mat back in so it's a bit nicer to work in here. And then we're almost back together really. And then we'll start on the headliner. That might be another video though. I think we're going to call it there for this video, and then save doing the headliner as a separate video. So hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you picked up some tips and tricks. Maybe you can tell me some tips and tricks and how I could have done it better. But yeah, if you liked it, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one where we finally finish the interior of this van.